I thought it was too easy. I don't want to just walk 2 minutes, run for 5 minutes. Oh shit. That sucked. Yo, what's going on YouTube? Thank you so much for joining me on my journey as I try to complete my very first ever marathon. We just got completed with week number 5 of my training. If you haven't done so already and taken a look at last week's video, don't worry, I got you. I'll put a link in the description below. All right, where do we start? Quick equipment update. I ended up buying something again this week to help me out on my runs. Man, this is turning into an expensive hobby. I might end up broke if I keep buying something every single week. So I ended up buying a flip belt. I'm sure everybody's experienced this feeling before, but whenever you go for a run and you have to have all of your essentials, guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Phone, wallet, keys, gotta have all of those 3 things whenever you go somewhere, including a run. I don't know about you, but I personally hate that feeling of having something inside of my pockets and it just flailing all over the place whenever you're taking every single step. So yeah, I ended up buying this. It's pretty straightforward. It's literally just a belt that you put over your waist, and it's got these individual pockets that you put all of your items inside of: your phone, wallet, keys, and voila, problem solved. I no longer have anything inside of my pockets. Honestly, don't feel anything whenever I'm running with this, so pretty good. I'm gonna go a little off tangent here. So Garmin has this online free coach training plan that you can sign up for, and without getting into too much details, you pick a coach, you set your race event, you put in your goal pace, as well as what days out of the week that you want to train for, and lastly, you input how much time you have until your event. And within a couple of minutes, boom, you got yourself a personalized training plan. One small problem. This thing pretty much assumes that you've got some type of experience already. Allow me to explain. So I went into this thing in week number 1, and at the time I was being very real with myself. I knew that in high school I was running 12-minute miles, and so being a very beginner, somebody that's never ran a marathon before, and quite frankly somebody that doesn't like running in the first place, I figured, 14-minute per mile pace sounds good. Tried to input 14-minute per mile pace into the app. No. This thing did not allow anything slower than, I believe, a 12, maybe a 12-30 minute per mile pace. Like, come on, for somebody that's completely out of shape and hasn't ever ran a marathon before, I think a 14-minute per mile pace is decent, at least for your first time. Not according to this Garmin app, apparently. They basically said, we never thought anybody would run slower than a 12-minute per mile pace for a marathon. Additionally, back in January, I tried inputting that my half marathon would be set for mid-April, and I figured, 3 months to train for a half marathon. Ambitious, but doable. I totally forgot to mention this, but the training plan also is limited. I believe it only goes up to a half marathon, so it allows some type of training plan for a 5K, a 10K, half marathon, but no full marathon. So ended up just sticking with the half marathon training plan. Yeah, I was shut down again. Garmin didn't let me do that either. It said, nope, you need a minimum of 17 weeks in order to train for the half marathon. So the earliest that I could input the date for my half marathon, at least on the app, was for mid-May. So this Garmin training plan basically told me that 1, you're too slow for our training plan, and 2, you need a lot more time than you think to train for the half marathon. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm a little triggered with this dang app. So anyway, I started the training program this week. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a beginner here. I'm learning along the way. I think I rambled on long enough. Let's get into this week's videos. Today it is February 10th, Monday. Normally Mondays are my longest run days, so today I'm supposed to go for 2.5 miles, but I'm gonna change it up. I signed up for a Garmin Connect training plan. This is the very first run inside of the training program, and it's just a 2-minute walk followed by a 5-minute run, 2-minute walk. After that, depending on how my body feels, we'll see if I try to go for a long run, which would be 2.5 miles. I doubt it. More than likely, I'm gonna try to shoot for at least a mile, anywhere between 1 mile to 2 miles. Let's start. Okay, so 2 minutes I'm walking, and then 5 minutes run, 2-minute walk. I thought it was too easy. I don't want to just walk 2 minutes, run for 5 minutes.
It actually makes you tired.
Oh, I forgot to put my phone away. Shoot, no, that's all right. I'll just hold it. 2, 1, 5 minutes. That was good. Just over 2 minutes. Oh, this sucks. 30 seconds left. Oh shit. This sucks. Alright, done. Holy shit. That sucked. This is the feeling that I don't like. Breathing super heavy. Alright, so done with that portion. Ran for 5 minutes. Felt like I was flying. Probably wasn't though. Workout ended. Cool. Alright, so now that we got out of the way, we'll start our actual run. Let's try to do 2 miles. Run a downhill, so shouldn't be too bad. I am not gonna run this. I'm gonna jog this at a pace that I know I can do. Half a mile in, 12-minute pace. Oh, I'm gonna have to dig deep. Look at this. This has to be why you're supposed to pace yourself. I'm still not at a mile in, almost. But I feel like I'm dying now. Holy crap. I feel like I've been running for 3 miles. So I might have to cut short and only do the 1 mile. Oh boy. Yeah. 1 mile. 1 mile done. 12:40 pace. 160 something heart rate. Oh, I'm tired. So if I had to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 that Garmin workout of 5-minute run, yeah, I did that probably out of 9. I could feel my lungs being stretched out and that deep pain that you get when you're jogging heavily. And I could tell that my body was saying to stop, but I had to push myself and at least try to go the 5 minutes. Honestly, I just chose a pace that I thought I could keep going for a whole mile to let me finish it. And even that was a struggle. Do we try for at least 1 more mile? Honestly, I don't want to, but I want to at least run 2 miles for the day. We'll give it a try. Half a mile done. 13:10 pace, 173 heart rate. Quarter of a mile left. 13:45, 177 heart rate. Let's try to push through. I felt like quitting half a mile ago, but then try to push through. Okay, second mile done. 14:20 pace, 170 heart rate. I didn't think that 5 minutes of running would be that hard, but man, was I mistaken. That took a toll on my body. So today I did the Garmin trainer recommended training, which was just a baseline run. So a 2-minute a 2-minute walk followed by a 5-minute run and then 2-minute walk. That run portion was uphill, so that might skew the numbers just a little bit. After I was done with that, and I was gassed after that already, I ended up doing another mile jogging pace, my normal pace, something that I could at least try to sustain. That was difficult in itself. Walked a quarter mile, did my second mile. That was just as miserable, if not more miserable. And now I'm walking my quarter mile. We'll see what the numbers are for Garmin. 44 minutes running, 3.25 miles, 13:50 minute per mile pace. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day. See you guys again tomorrow for my walk. It is February the 11th, a Tuesday. Gonna be going on my walk again, as I normally do. No real goals except just try to maintain a decent walking pace, so about a 17-minute per mile pace. Let's go. One mile in, 17:25, 10.5 miles, 16:40 pace. 2 miles in, 17:55 pace. Still doing pretty good as far as pace and heart rate goes. So I walked for 42 minutes for 2.55 miles,
Pace of 16:31 minute per mile pace. What's up YouTube? Today it is February the 12th, Wednesday. Gonna change it up and try to follow the Garmin half marathon training plan. So I'll show everything on the bottom of the screen right now as far as what the training plan has for me today. But I'm supposed to do a 5-minute walk for a warm-up, followed by a cadence drill where I'm trying to average 150 to 200 steps per minute for 30 seconds, followed by a 30-second rest. Repeat that 4 times. After that, I'm supposed to do an acceleration glider drill for 30 seconds where I start from a walk, work my way up to a run, and then come back down to a walk. Again, do that for 30 seconds, repeat that 4 times. And then after when I'm done with that, I'm supposed to go on a pace run where I'm trying to run my marathon pace goal of 12 minutes per mile. But I'm doing that at half-mile increments, followed by a 3-minute rest in between. Don't know what to expect. I've never done these drills before. I try to capture as much as possible, but I don't know how much you get from it. Cadence drills. Oh. And now I recover 30 seconds. First drill done. 155 cadence. And walk. 30 seconds. Okay, let's drill again. Last cadence run. Cadence drill done. Time to do the accelerator glider drill. Not gonna lie, this is weird. Just finished the cadence and accelerator glider drill. Different, but I'm breathing. So now I gotta try to do the 2 miles separated by half-mile increments. Half mile, 12 minutes per mile. Starting to develop a little bit of side pain on my left side. Hopefully it goes away. First half mile done. Still another mile and a half to go. All right, let's go another half mile. Says I'm at a 11:13 pace. Trying to find a certain pace. Not easy. All this time so far, I've just been jogging and going at what I thought my body could handle. Still 11:30. Granted, I was on the downhill, so maybe now it'll even up to 12. Now it says I'm in the right zone. Just gotta maintain the speed. 1 mile done. Walk 3 minutes. So 1 mile done. I was able to maintain that 12 minute per mile pace for both half miles. Heart rate was about in the high 160s, treading into the 170s. Gotta power through and get through these last 2 half-mile increments. Let's try to find 12-minute per mile pace right away. Park is so crowded today. All right, done. Maintaining 12-minute per mile pace on a half-mile run is not the easiest for me, which probably means I need to practice it more. Last half a mile. Almost done. Done. Whew. Not sure how I feel about this workout. It's interesting. I can see how the acceleration glider will help you in the event that you're really trying to stick to a pace and you see that you're slowing down or going too fast. It forces you to get used to those gradual slight pace adjustments in order to reach your target. So I can see that being useful. The cadence, it's all right. It teaches you to somewhat try to be light on your feet, although really I wasn't practicing that today. Right, so that completes the Garmin half marathon training workout. It says that I was on my feet for 3.65 miles. Average heart rate was 152 beats per minute. Average minute per mile pace was a 1440. And it took me 53 minutes to complete the workout. Not too sure if I'm gonna continue this Garmin training plan. I know that I wanna at least try to do the Friday workout. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. See you guys again tomorrow. Today is February the 13th. It's a Thursday. Let's go for another walk. Half a mile done, 17:20 pace. 1 mile done, 16:35 pace. 1.5 miles. 2 miles in, 17:10 minute per mile pace. 2.5 miles, 16:40 pace, 120 heart rate. Been walking for 44 minutes. Walked for 2.58 miles. Pace was 17-18 minute per mile. See you guys again tomorrow. Today it is Friday, February the 14th. Going to be going out for a run, but I'm going to be listening to the Garmin training app. So I just finished the warm-up. I just walked for 10 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the cadence drill, followed by the acceleration glider drill. After I'm done with the Garmin workout, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do after that. If I want to cut it there or try to do some other type of run, maybe go out for another mile, 2 miles. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get started. Let's go. Whew. All right, cadence drill done. So walk, fast walk, light jog, jog, run, faster run, and slow down. Now I'm doing a 10-minute cool down, walk or jog. I'm probably gonna end up jogging, and then who knows, because I still feel good. I want to run a little bit more. That was only 22 minutes that I was doing that drill for. Heart rate is 140 right now. Distance that I've gone is 1.33 miles, so I need to run a little bit more than that. That doesn't feel like much. All right, let's go for a jog now. So I messed up. Forgot to look at what I started at when I started this mile. I want to say that I started about 1.4 miles. I'm over halfway done with this mile. Just gonna assume that I ran a mile from when I started. 12:25 pace, 2.43, 1:59. So far I feel pretty okay. I know I can go more than a mile. So we'll see. 11:15 pace, 2.91. I think I just finished 1.5 miles since I started this jog. 13:45, 3.41 miles, 170 heart rate. Pace is pretty slow, but I think we just finished the 2 mile mark. 13:30 pace, 171 heart rate. I have to check again, but if we ran 2.5 miles, that's my new personal best. Granted, it's slow, but they say if you want to run faster, you got to run slower. All right, that's got to be 2.5 miles. 12:45, 4.19 miles, 164 heart rate. I think that's good. We'll walk for a little bit. But today I felt good. I felt like the workout was relatively short, and so I decided to just keep running. Honestly, didn't think I'd be able to do that. So if any of you guys out there think that you can't run, just keep going for it. Every single day you'll get a little bit better. Do it for yourself, if anything. I never would have thought I'd be able to run 2.5 miles, and yet here I am. And honestly, I want to do more. Thanks so much for joining me today. See you guys next time.
So that was week number 5. So what I learned this week is that the Garmin training is good. I don't know yet. It's still too early to tell. I know. I gave the training plan a lot of heat in the beginning of the video, and trust me, I still get triggered from the app, but I was able to get a new PR this week. It was just so weird though, because this past Friday on my last run, it felt as though I was kind of instinctually changing the way that I was jogging. I found that I was using the cadence drill, especially on uphills, in order to increase my pace and minimize the overall stress that I was feeling on my body. The cadence drill does say to try to keep your feet as low to the ground as much as possible, so that way you're not slamming your feet and body into the pavement with every single step. And I don't know, maybe that played a factor into me being able to extend my run. The accelerator drill made me start thinking about all of the different paces that my body wasn't used to just yet. Before, it was either walk, jog, or run. No other speed in between. But now when I'm jogging, I felt that I was adjusting my cadence as well as my speed a little bit in order to get a more desirable pace, if that makes any sense at all. So maybe there's something to these drills. I don't remember where I've heard this before, but I know I've been told that if there's a specific drill or exercise that you're not good at or you dislike, it probably means that you need to practice it more. And this is kind of case in point. So here's the results for this week. Monday, I got absolutely destroyed. I ran a half mile at a 10-minute per mile pace. After that, it was downhill from there. In total, I ran for 2.5 miles with a pace of 13:49. Wednesday, I ran for 2 miles broken up in half-mile increments at goal pace of about 12 minutes per mile. Final pace for that day was a 14:40. Friday, I was able to hit a new PR. I ran for 2.5 miles straight, and the average pace for that day was a 12:56. So the average pace for week number 5 was a 13:48 overall. Yes, this week's average pace was slower than last week's of 13:22, but really it's hard to gauge because I was trying something different with the Garmin training app. I know that in the training plan, there were times where I was walking in between, but that was because the training plan told me to do so. So it's really hard to gauge what the real average was. Bottom line is, I need to experiment just a little bit more with the Garmin training plan in order to figure out if it's worthwhile or if I want to just go back to my old training plan, which again, I didn't really have much of a training plan in the first place. So that concludes week number 5. Definitely had some ups and downs. If you found value in this video and want to see more of my journey with weekly updates, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, as well as enabling notifications. It's 100% free to do so. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.